Hello, this is Alicia. I'm one of the librarians at the SCF Libraries, and I'm going to show you how to prepare an outline for your speech communication classes with Professor Williams. Before we go in detail into how to create the outline in Word, I want to give you an overview of what the outline should look like, or what the structure of the outline is that is required for your class. Here I'm showing you an example of the structure that your speech needs to have when you prepare your outline. As you see, you're going to have the title of your speech at the top, and then you're going to state the purpose, and it can be a general purpose or a general and specific purpose for the speech according to what your professor requires. But then the main part of your speech, or the speech itself, is going to be composed of three main sections. So the sections are what I have here in the center. So every speech will have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. These are the main sections that all the speeches are going to have, and as you can see in this document, the section titles are centered in the page. I'm going to also add that there is a fourth section that is the references. The references part is not the speech itself, but it's the list of sources of information that you use to prepare your speech, or that you're going to quote in your speech. The references is a very important part where you cite all the sources you use, and I can show you how to do that in a separate video. But the references section, again, is a fourth section, but it doesn't include any text of your speech. Your main speech is going to be introduction, body, and conclusion. Now, in each of these sections, you're going to subdivide the content in the following structure. Like I'm showing you in the introduction, each section will have main points, and it can be a number of main points depending on your instructions from the professor, but it's usually between 2 and 5, 2 or 3 main points, sometimes 4 or 5. So follow your instructor assignment for that, but the main points under the introduction are listed here with Roman numerals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Roman numerals, because those are the main points. Now, each of these main points is going to be subdivided into other aspects, and I'm going to show you that in the body. But the same thing can happen here. I'm just illustrating it in the body of the speech. So let's go to the body. So the body of the speech, just like the introduction and just like the conclusion, has sections with Roman numerals: main point, second main point, third main point. So the main points are in Roman numerals. However, each main point is going to have several components. So those are called subpoints. When you have your first main point, that main point is divided into subpoint A, subpoint B, and subpoint C. So these are three subpoints that belong under the first main point that you're going to make. These are numbered with letters, so they're not numbered, they're lettered with capital letters A, B, and C. Those are, again, the subpoints inside a main point in your section. Now, each subpoint, again, will have different components. So the different parts inside a subpoint are called supporting points. And you may have, again, a number of them. You may have 2 or 3 or 4. I just put 2 here as an example. So you have a first supporting point and a second supporting point, and these are numbered with the regular numbers, not Roman, but Arabic numerals, 1 and 2 or 3. If you go more into detail and you want to subdivide your supporting points, you can have subdivisions inside that supporting point, and those are listed with the letters in lowercase, A, B, C, depending how many you have. So that is how you go from the main point to a subpoint, to the supporting points, and to subdivision or additional facts inside your supporting points. So if you see the distance as I go down here, you can tell that the importance is diminishing as you go inside each aspect. So this is the main, then subpoint, supporting point in subdivisions. And then you can have another main point like this one and do the same thing. And then add A, B, and C for subpoints. And then 1, 2, 3 inside each subpoint, and A, B, C inside each of those. So this structure that you have, all of this here falls under number 1. You can repeat that under second point and under third point. And you can have this structure under any of the main points in your introduction, in your body, or in your conclusion. All of these main points will have the same structure under them. Subpoint, supporting point, and lower divisions or additional information and the more specific ones. And again, it goes from Roman numeral to capital letters, numbers, and lowercase letters. That is the basic structure that your outline will have. Of course, you have to replace each of these with your content. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to make this happen, how to do these distances and put these numbers and letters in a Word document.